Hello, I am Aerial Flight Advisor and I'm playing Beyond Earth again, and it has patched since the last recording and thankfully the save still works. Thank goodness. Anyway, still playing as ARK, aka Space America, where we left off. I was briefly at war with Space Africa and they gave me one of their cities that'll do for now. And I'm going to completely switch gears and go straight for, as much as I could call it beelining at this point, the beacon for the contact victory. And the patch notes, well, they changed a couple things. First, I have my laptop open next to me here, so I'll just read off patch notes that catch my eye as the game goes on. First thing though, before we do anything else, we're going into the tech tree because we need to change gears a bit. One thing that they changed, the purity affinity, which used to give you at level 1 explorers immunity to aliens. Now they're just twice as strong while defending, which makes a lot more sense. That was just kind of one of those things that, like I mentioned before, Beyond Earth doesn't really feel like it has personality, and that's one of those things that was making it, because it felt like, oh, let's try to balance out everything so everything has an advantage instead of, well, having a flavor, and that was one of those things, but they've since fixed that. Now it goes to harmony. They don't take any damage from miasma now. Aliens can still attack though, but I think that's a good way to fix it. Other thing is, these battle suits, still good, not as good as before. Problem was they were really overpowered compared to everything else, so they got nerfed, and I think that's just as well. So we've already got that. I don't think we've started that in our capital city yet. It doesn't have to be the capital, but I'd like to do it there. It has the most industry or production. So you've got that. Another thing with the tech tree is you'll probably notice there's better coding as for what's what. Buildings are a nice blue, wonders are that nice gold color. So what we want, actually what we want is something like that but for the satellite unit so we could spot them easier, as we need this. So we're just going to beeline that as quickly as we can. And it's nice too because it gives science boosts as well as getting us the signal eventually. Oh, let's get back at the tech tree a bit. They moved the miasma repulsor from ecology down here, so you've got to get a couple more techs before you can get to that. And I think that's just as well too. It's going to make some parts of this a bit trickier. You're just going to sleep. You're just going to go defensive mode, thank you. Going through my units really quick. But yeah, that makes more sense. Aliens also will get angrier at you much faster than they did before. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use one of these armor units to go through and kill some aliens so I can show you. Let's get these marines down here too. They'll kill some aliens. You'll get to see them angry for once. One thing I do need to keep an eye out for, since I did do actually a test run of this a while ago just to make sure it still worked after the patch.
Was ever ruined by trade.
No, not giving you money. Anyway, as I was saying, since I did a test run of this after the patch, I noticed that Space India is going to start building the Exodus Gate right around here. So I'm going to focus a little bit on at least getting some units up there to ambush, because I really don't want them to complete that, because that means they win and it's not fun. For me anyway. Virtues are still about the same as before. They changed some of the things for when you start a game though. Like I started out with Artist. They originally gave, I think it was +2 culture and then +1, either +1 health or +1 gold. Or energy, excuse me. But they don't do that anymore. Another thing I'm doing is I'm gonna ignore the covert ops. Well, not ignore, I just won't be going like all gung-ho, like, oh, let's steal a city, because it's, every time I aim for that, it doesn't happen, but whenever I don't aim for it, it does. So we'll see. But I do want that, because I need to save my health. Need to get that back. And next, the city, yes, it lowers the health a bit for now, but it'll eventually whittle it away in the long run. For now, though, just go do one at a time, otherwise it's going to kill me. That's right, need to set some of these to build stuff. Like, you are gonna work on that. Now you really should get health buildings and everything else. Okay, forward's the only one that still needs something. I'm gonna prefer the energy, let's stick with that. You're just gonna stay there. Wait, no, you were the one that was sending over 2 aliens. No, that was that one. Yeah, you're staying there. What not to do? Oh, something else needs orders. Oh, just go over there. It's okay. Don't need you anymore, you'll just be on defensive duty. Little wars going around here. Space China will continue being my buddy. What you got there? Oh, a hollow matrix. That gives a culture boost, as I recall. Oh yeah, a pretty big one, looks like. +2 culture on surrounding tiles. So there's another nest. Destroying them still as before. And yeah, I know the oil lowers my health further, but I'm going to need it because I want to spam those science satellites as soon as I get them. Okay. No, I can't kill it yet. Oh well. Yeah, we're gonna keep doing the toll for now. I don't need to go inside the borders to see the gate, thankfully. What tipped me off was, if it'll let me hang around long enough to show you, is that you get little shadows of the wonders that they're building, the city wonders, I mean, on the map, because you can see the coast and the area around the cities, because there's another one there. Oh, there's another there. Hey, aliens, you're ruining it. So what happened, the reason I discovered the gate, it wasn't even finished yet, they'll give you an alert when it is I was like, what the heck's that? I was just exploring up there and I found, oh no, they're building the gate. But they're still really easy to snipe, and it really, there's the AI for a loop when you do that, so it's all good. Alright, don't stand for an ounce of that. Slaughter the bugs. I'm still gonna do my spying thing, but I'm either going to keep siphoning energy, or I'm gonna go do what I was doing during my test playthrough, or I just start stealing their units. That was fun. And that's good too, because they're gonna try to jump on my beacon, because that's another world wonder. As soon as I'm done making that. Oh, and look, it's SeaWorld again. Yay! Thank you for making the waters safe, Space China, you're great. I'll try to make the land safe up here. Oh yeah, I tried to also invade that, but Space China got there before I did. So, we're just gonna leave that be. Well, I'm not really gonna build Xenomass wells, otherwise that would be the better choice, so I'm just gonna go for the instant reward. I'm gonna want the... I don't really need the geothermal, but I want it anyway. Go ahead and clean up. Anyway, did I mention that health's different now? Yeah, I mentioned a bit of it. But health actually does something now. That's a pretty bad debuff. Let me pull it up again. Pretty bad debuff. 60% negative growth in cities, 60% speed towards outpost growth. A lot of bad stuff. 30% intrigue in your cities from hostile covert operations. Oh dear. So there's a lot there now. And it gets worse as you go lower and lower in health. It's still not on the same tier as, say, Civ 5 was. Oh good. Recruit defectors. Where rebels will spawn by your cities. It's not like that. So it's still not super bad to be low health, but it definitely starts hurting your empire a lot more than it did before. Let's see. Since this is going to be a bit of a slow period while I move stuff around, let's look up some more patch notes, shall we? Sponsors changed a bit. Nothing in there that really strikes me as, ooh no, that's way different. Oh, apparently establishing networks, you could abuse that to level up the intrigue and level up spies really, really quickly. I actually did not realize this before, but you can't anymore anyway, so... They killed my armor unit. No. Oh, ooh, there's a lot back there. Okay, you do your thing. It's your turn to go. How many more turns? 3 more turns for that. And oh yeah, I've still got loads of trade convoys. Quest decision for cloning plants. Leaning towards the health because I need that. Have to keep in mind though it works like happiness. It's based somewhat on population size. Like say Thabo here, 9 population. If I had enough buildings to produce 12 health in it, it's not gonna work. I'm only gonna get 9 health. Notice the cities themselves have their own health. Yeah, you can see that up there. Which dictates a couple things like growth on the city level, but the empire-wide is a huge factor. They changed some of the wonders around a bit, but again, nothing there really catches my eye as like, oh no, that's way different. I think they still need a little bit more tweaking, because there's still nothing really on the tree that's like, ooh, must get that, besides maybe the Gene Vault, which is that one there. That's the first one I got. And that's no longer quite as good because the purity bonus that came with it's no longer as good. Chances are the ectogenesis pod would be the better choice now because all farms produce +1 food. And it itself also gives a production boost, which means that city is going to grow fast in other ways too. Then again, the text it goes with, you either need to be able to work xenomass or you have to be level 2 in purity. So it's still kind of a weird one to want to go for, I think. Okay, so I've established a network. Let's steal the technology. Let's go for something a bit more interesting than just energy. I'm gonna go for Pharma Lab. I really need to fix this health thing. Yeah, he's going Harmony. He's mad. He's mad. Explorers are apparently tougher in general now, too. Looking through more of the notes, nothing else is really super catching my eye. Oh yeah, look, they're angry now. Yay. It mostly seems to be balancing fixes, like some of the really powerful units now cost more resources to build. I think that's fair. Yeah, laptop's getting closed now. Not much else to really see there, I think, and I think everything I thought was interesting I mentioned right off the bat. Let's go for city strength, just in case I get attacked. Yes, we're going for Pharma Labs. Even though what I said before, it not giving more happiness than or health than the population of the city holds true, it's still would rather not have any surprises there. Let's see. It's getting better though, now 50% negative instead of 60 from before. It starts at about 2% for each unhealthiness point, but it does get worse as you get unhealthier. Oh, hello Explorer. Doing your thing, I see. Okay, Raven Rock. Yeah, you're doing that. Veteran C. Attack. I think Alien's got a bit stronger too. I think, well, there's miasma everywhere there too. I think that's part of it. Forget, did I do that quest with the thing? No, not yet. You're gonna build a terrascape. Because the purity quest, well, purity points at least, are still going to be useful. Because I get the left tanks eventually at level 7, I think. And those are along the same tech path that I'm taking right now. Or close to it anyway. And they're really good. They're actually a ranged unit. But you can kick a city down pretty quickly with those. Did he just hold his own there? Get another level? Oh, I hope so. Then he can move back and heal for now. Oh, they're mad. They attacked the Explorer. Okay. Speaking of Explorers, yeah, that crashed satellite is still there, still covered in miasma.